To it. Boom. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite nerdy podcast where we talk about everything pop culture, but especially comic books, movies, anime, and sports. That podcast being Comic
X Weeba! Ha! Ha! Ha!
I'm your co-host James, aka Comics for Cheap, aka hashtag Send It to James, aka Superman picture starting to look fire. And I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy Chris, aka I Dino. It is time, brother. Hit me with the music. Black Santa, revere me, acknowledge me, aka. Damn, JJ just got this job, and we already got something going on, man. I tell you. But it's all good because it's also aka super
Okay.
cold.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
What? Water. Sponsored by nobody. We still don't got no gosh diggity darn sponsors, but it's all good because the summertime is getting even hotter. We are getting even hotter, and it's gonna happen sooner than y'all think. We're gonna get those sponsors. And also, Super Cold was actually, I've been in talk with Warner. Yeah.
Well, Warner.
Yeah. Warner
Okay.
Cousins has been talking with Super Cold and everything. And you know what I'm saying? We gonna get this popping, man. We gonna get this popping. Warner Cousins got some good ideas, you know what I'm saying, to help Super Cold get this CD and this mixtape out to y'all even quicker than y'all even think. So I'm telling y'all, man, 2076, boy, I'm telling you, man, you blink, it's gonna be right there. But until then, we are unsullied since 2021.
That's right. Hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you guys live or on the replay. Drop a chat or a comment, and we always get to you. And let's kick things off with sports like we normally do. I know you had a little allusion to it in the prelude there with the introductions. But what we got sports-wise, Chris? What we got?
Well, we got to kick this. Matter of fact, before we kick it off, before we get to Mr. Reddick, we're gonna talk about the New York Knicks made a trade. They end up getting they didn't really give too much. They give a first round pick. Can't remember the player. He was okay, but they end up getting Mikal Bridges, which is a very, very interesting move. It's an interesting move. I think it's a good move. It definitely shows that they believe in Jalen Brunson, so they're trying to build around him. And this is interesting. If the Knicks can be healthy, this is a really nice move to challenge Boston next year, to at least be maybe the best team in the East to challenge them, depending on if Paul George goes to Philadelphia and if everybody can stay healthy. So it was a nice move by the Knicks for that.
Okay.
Not too bad. So that's the good. So here's the bad. JJ Redick was just announced as the Lakers head coach. My Lakers. He is our new head coach. Right. And some allegations came up today about a young lady who sent out, I don't know if she was on X or whatever. I think it was X. I don't know. But she sent out and she was saying that it is wild because she has never been called the N-word by a white person except for 20 years ago when she was at Duke. And that person who said that to her just so happens to have been named the Lakers head coach. Then an email has been leaked with supposedly JJ Redick's email. Now remember, this is all happening 20 plus years ago. This is all in Duke, right? Supposedly
20 years ago, Chris.
Well, I guess maybe not. Maybe 20 years is too far. No, it's not 20 years.
No, you're right. 20 years ago.
Is that it really? When he was at Duke. 20 years. Yeah, that's about when JJ was around there. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure JJ had a damn like 10, 17. What? Yeah. Damn, look at that, man. Time is going by too damn. Man, I tell you.
I know it.
I know. Anyway, an email came out saying apparently supposed to be JJ's with an ex-girlfriend, where JJ is saying that in this email he's talking to, I guess, his cousin. I don't know, but he's like he's talking to somebody, but he says that his girlfriend has been called the N-word, and he types it out. And apparently she was pregnant, and an abortion happened. He calls her a bitch, and then it kind of just, and he's like, I don't want this to get leaked of my cousin going off on her, according to this email that apparently is his. So that's what has been leaked on Mr. JJ. Of course, JJ Reddit team has denied all of this.
Okay.
They have said this like he has never. Well, I don't know about the email. They denied that because that's kind of somewhat recent. But in terms of the name calling, he said JJ has never said anything like that. That is not true, and this did not happen.
Okay.
For me, I'm just gonna say, of course, we don't know anything. I don't want to sit here and say this lady's a liar. I don't want to do that. But I will say it's mighty convenient that you wait till this dude gets named the head coach of the team to bring these allegations up. It's not like JJ Redick has not been in the media world this whole time since he's retired. He's been on First Take,
right?
The #1 sports show. He got a podcast that's so popular that LeBron James jumped on the bandwagon before this dude even became the head coach. So I mean, you wait.
He's been making NBA money.
Right.
He made NBA money. He made Duke money.
Yeah. Media money.
Like you said, he's been in entertainment since. He's got the podcast. Mm-hmm. He was in broadcasting. Now he's got the head coach. What a terrible story to hang on to for 20 years.
20 years? Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, out of all the things you could try to blackmail someone for, that is not it. That's not the one.
Out of all things, on the Duke campus, he called me the N-word one day. Oh, this was how long ago, ma'am? Oh, okay. I don't know. Now, again, am I saying that there's no way JJ could have never used that word? No. He has been around NBA, let's call it. He's been around black players and black people in general his entire life. So it's a huge possibility he's had times where he said it. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying she's lying. I'm making it up. I'm just saying, like you said, to bring this up now is okay.
What a strange story to sit on. And then this is the time to expose. I don't know. That's just, I don't know.
Because what do you gain out of it?
20 years with no proof?
With no real proof outside of, I guess, a conversation, huh? Like, you have no proof. Dang, I mean, and the thing is, what do you gain out of it anyway? So even, let's say he did say it. Let's say he did say that. Do you really think the Lakers are going to instantly fire him? I highly doubt it.
Well, okay. Are you talking about if they can actually prove that he said it?
If they can somehow prove that if he said it. Now I'm not talking about the email. Now the email is a whole different thing. But I'm talking about strictly that pure comment. If they can somehow prove that he called her that, do you think the Lakers are going to fire him?
It's a weird time. I mean, we're in a time where Donald Sterling had to sell his whole team, and he didn't even say it. Mm-hmm. He was just, alluding.
I mean, there's not much alluding when this man is sitting here literally saying, "Why are you hanging with black people?" I mean, whoa.
And he had to sell the team, so. I'm not going to sit here and say that I would be surprised that the LA Lakers are like, okay, maybe not you, especially since he just got hired, right? If it was proven on tape or on audio leak or something where it was like, oh, okay, yeah, that is JJ Redick. Yeah, he really is saying some mean, spiteful stuff and not just rapping along to Kanye West or something. He really is saying that shit. Yeah, then
shout out to Kanye.
Then I would not be surprised.
Well,
by a termination.
Yeah, you're right. breaking it down that way, yeah, no, you're 100% right, especially how the way the world is now. Yeah, no,
But just
you
he
are right
said,
about
she
that.
said, no. I think that they're just going to be like, this is not even going to be news next week.
No, they're not gonna. Now, the email is gonna be a little bit of a different story though, because now with the whole abortion and the way the wording of it is, that could make things a little more dicey, and they
If
could
it's not
actually look
photoshopped.
into that.
If it's not a photoshopped email.
Of course, exactly. Of course, again,
I
yeah.
don't know.
All of this is obviously speculation. None of it has been proven.
Right.
The lady just said what she said, and then the email leaked like later on after that, which is not even from her. This is from somebody else, I think. So, at least I think. So it's been a very weird week for JJ. But I will say this: the Lakers better give JJ an actual shot, because we are already paying Darvin Ham, which you shouldn't have fired him, but we're already paying him on the books. We do not need to be just paying people on the books to sit at home and do nothing. I mean, no. No. I mean, we are not the Detroit Pistons. I mean, these fools literally fired Monty Williams, and they're paying this dude $65 million to sit at home. That is not what we need to be doing.
Right.
So let's be smart about this crap. But he needs to get an actual chance. And I mean, again, am I the happiest about him being hired as the Lakers head coach? Not really. But
you were talking about this before he was even hired, when it was just speculation. You were like, why?
Yeah, why? But you gave it to him. Give him a shot. Whatever happens, LeBron happens. That better not be a true factor in terms of what he leaves, he stays, he retires in a year or two, whatever. JJ needs to at least get his full 4 years or whatever. I think it's 3 or 4 years. I think it's 4 years. He need to get his full 4 years, and we need to see how this goes. And then after that, it goes from there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely have to keep up with if anything else leaks from JJ.
Oh, I will.
From 20 years ago.
20 years ago, that's right. Hey, man, she held on to that one.
Can you imagine, Chris, if you got a job, just like this big job tomorrow, and then all of a sudden someone was like, hey, remember this thing that you said 20 years ago? It's like, how do I even respond to that? I'm like, I said a lot of dumb shit 20 years ago. I don't know what the hell I was saying.
Right? Like, I know I have, but I've always tried to make sure that I don't say nothing stupid around certain people, around anybody I don't know, because you never know when that shit's gonna hit back. And people I truly trust is the times I've said stupid shit. But you got to be very careful. And of course, nothing offensive, but still, you got to be very, very careful with what you do and who you're speaking with. And you never know. But you're right, man. 20 years ago, how you gonna know? Come on, man. Come on.
Like, who else was there?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, who else was there? Was this in the public? Like, I mean, again, man, she held on to this one. That hurt her soul, if it's true. That hurt her soul. And she was like, one day, I'm going to say something. And
I'll get you, JJ Redick.
JJ.
Not when you're the all-time three-point shooter in college basketball. No, that's not the time. Not when you're getting paid by the NBA. No, that's not the time. Not when you have a top podcast in sport. No, that's not the time.
Nope.
When you get hired for the LA Lakers head coaching position.
I'm just gonna make an assumption. She gotta be in California. She has to live in LA. She has to be. Like, this just hurt her. Like, she a homegrown LA person. She just went to Duke, and then now this dude is back, tormenting her soul. She's back home, and now JJ's back. My God, man, she just couldn't take it anymore.
She's like, I went to Duke for college. I went back home. Now he came back to LA.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to see him all the time on all the billboards everywhere. No more.
No. Oh man, that's too funny. All right, other thing we got sports wise. Unfortunately, I do have to say, congratulations to the Florida Panthers for winning the Stanley Cup this year. Historic comeback by the Edmonton Oilers to force a Game 7 in the NHL Finals, which has not happened in almost 80 years.
Mm.
So kind of sucks that they did all that just to lose in Game 7, but it was a very close and entertaining game, I will say. And if Florida was gonna win it all anywhere, I guess it's good that they won it at home in Florida with all their fans,
Yeah.
because they probably would not have had such a great reception if they had won it in Edmonton.
No.
And yeah, it was an entertaining season, for sure, and entertaining playoffs and finals and everything like that. I just don't like the Florida Panthers, man. They keep beating up on my team, so I'm never really gonna like Florida. I was rooting for Edmonton, but you know it is what it is. Connor McDavid that's might be the closest he ever gets to a cup, man. So I feel bad
Mm.
for him.
Mm.
I think he needs to leave the Oilers at this point and go join a
Even though they
team
just got to the finals, still think he needs
and
to leave? I mean,
go.
to be fair, the
Yep,
Stanley Cup. They just got to
yep,
the cup, and you still think he needs to leave?
yep. I
Okay.
think he needs to leave and go join a team that has a shot at winning the cup, and just get different players around him, um, where he's not carrying the whole team on his back, or like they're all waiting for him to do something. Uh, which, not that the Oilers don't have other players that can score and are
Right.
good or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like
Yeah.
that, but sometimes it seems like the way that they play, they all are like looking at him to do something.
Mm.
It's like, you know,
Mm.
when you grow up or you play like maybe some pickup ball or something, and it's like, what's the game plan? Just give it to that one kid, and
Yeah.
like, and then everyone else just stands there, and it's like, all right, well, someone else could get open too, kind of a thing.
Right. Right.
So I feel like that's a little bit of what that team is, and I mean, 9 years that he's been in the NHL, he's quite frequently called one of the best in the world to do it right now, and he just needs to leave and go to another team. I think at this point.
Do you think it's because this is starting to sound very similar to Kevin Durant, where obviously the Thunder was a good team, but it was always something that kept them from getting there, and it
Mm,
always it held KD back from being put up there with the greatest of all time. It always kept holding him back. Got to win. Got to get a ring. Got to get a ring. Got to the finals one time. They got beat. Never came back. Always something would happen. Then Golden State became a dynasty, and then look what he did. He left the Thunder and went to the Warriors.
yeah,
That did hurt his legacy from a lot of like NBA. It's a weird thing because if he would have never won, his legacy would be 10 times worse. Even though he did win and he won two, his legacy got hurt because he left, went to the team that beat him, and then helped them. There was already a dynasty on the making, and he helped them become that 100%. Do you think he needs to do like? Do you think your boy needs to do something similar? Join a team maybe like Florida or a team that's, like you said, really close to getting it done. Will that hurt his legacy if he was to join
uh,
one of those teams?
I don't know
It's
if it would. I mean, there are players that are like associated with a team just because they've been there and they're like the star of that team for a while.
right.
But he's put in 9 years, so it's like, and like this is the first time they've been to the finals. They've made the playoffs often,
Right.
but usually are first or second round exits. This is the first time that they've actually, you know, made it all the way, seen the light at the end of the tunnel type of thing, and then they almost got swept.
Yeah.
I mean, it was his ridiculous performance in game 4 and 5
They got it
uh,
back.
that brought it back. Yeah, exactly. So, uh, and then it actually just came out that he was playing the last couple games with a broken rib and a broken finger, and
Ooh,
he was
that's
still out
impressive.
there trucking around,
Very.
um, which is absolutely insane. But hockey
Yeah.
players are hockey players. So I don't know. I wouldn't look at it as anything different from, you know, players do this all the time, especially towards the last like few years of their career. You'll see bigger names start kind of team hopping. Um,
Of course.
you know, there are very few that really stick with the one team their entire
Yeah.
career.
Hell, that's every sport, right? Like, it is very few, very few. That's why it's so
Very
great
few.
when you see a Kobe Bryant, a Tim Duncan, guys who literally stuck with that one franchise the whole time. Like,
The whole time.
And again, it's always it's a little bit of luck in there too, because Tim Duncan was gonna leave the Spurs to go to the Magic. The story came out that the reason why Tim didn't go is because Tim asked a very simple question. He said, "Hey, can my wife fly on the private jets when we're going out? Can my wife be on the plane rides? I should say, not private jets, but the plane rides when we're going, wherever." And they told him, "No, family members can't be on those plane rides." And he was like, "Oh, okay," and he didn't go. Well, that was the dumbest no they ever did, because obviously Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time, and you could have had Tim Duncan, Tracy McGrady. You could have helped Grant Hill stay out of getting completely destroyed. He was already going downhill from the injury, but you could have had him save a lot of energy. You could have built a really powerful team in Orlando. But hey, it's Orlando, being stupid as always. And then even with Kobe Bryant, when things was looking real bad and Kobe was getting pissed, and the Lakers weren't trying to do anything, he went straight up and was like, "Fine, trade me to Chicago or whatever. Y'all ain't trying to win." When Kobe went to Mr. Bus, God rest his soul, that man told him straight up, he said, "Kobe, I agree with you. We have not done enough to help you, but you got to also understand, there's no chance in hell I'm trading you. You are the best player in the entire league. I can't get value for giving I can't trade this diamond and get anywhere near value that comes close. So I'm not trading you. But we will get things going." And they build a good team, and the Lakers went on to win 2 championships back to back. So I mean, it's rare. It's rare. People don't stay in the same spot. It just don't happen.
Yeah, and I mean, 9 years. I mean, I don't know. If I were Connor McDavid and I'm like, I want a cup, which obviously that's the goal. I'd be looking at this offseason or whatever, maybe next year or something. I'd just be like, hey, maybe it's time that I I find another home.
That would be my last. That was going to be my last question to you. So, is his contract coming up? Is he going to be a free agent to make that decision, or has he signed a recent deal where it's going to be even harder to trade him?
Let's see.
Because it's easy to trade a player when their contract is coming up or it's about to be over. It's harder when a player's contract is super long, and now you got to try to get value, and the money got to match up, and then to find out which team that's good enough can even afford him.
His contract will end at the end of next season.
There you go. Perfect.
He signed an 8-year, $100 million contract in 2017. So 7 years is 2024. So next year his contract's up. So right around now would be the time if Edmonton is looking, which I think they're having some people retire. What in the hell? Oh, I'm sorry, my phone's going off. Some spam.
You're good.
So if they're already having people retire, they've got some old players anyway. They may be starting to look at a rebuilding year anyway. Well, how's one of the best ways to what in the heck, man? What are they just instantly calling me back? One of the best ways to get some value would be to trade the best player in the league.
Bingo.
And instantly get a couple first round draft picks, or some younger talent here and there.
Good package, you can get a good package.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed. And that's the perfect contract to do it too. So perfect, yeah.
For sure. All right. So out of sports, let's go into here is your weekly Blade news.
Oh my God, let's go.
Blade has lost yet another actor. Delroy Lindo says he is no longer going to try to star in Blade, and he has left the project.
They are dropping like flies.
Yep. At this point, I was reading some of the comments and just the general reactions to this news, and everyone's just saying that Ali should be next. And they should just end this, and that should be the end of that. They should just scrap the project.
I saw a report saying that Wesley Snipes is 100% confirmed to be in this film if it ever comes out.
Stop.
That was literally it. He's 100% confirmed to be in this film if it ever
Stop.
comes out. I'm like, wait,
stop.
What?
No, he's not.
And he will be playing Blade. So hey, he's gonna be either coming from some other dimension or something. I don't know. Yeah, but he's not. Because this movie's not coming out. This is ridiculous, man. We don't have a Blade. Bro, man, I could put my hat in there for Blade, and I'll probably get the job at this point. Because then, even after that, 10 years later, I'll still be waiting and be like, you know what? This is wasting my time. I'm done. I'm officially out. Like, This is ridiculous, man. This is an embarrassment. Like, Marvel, everybody in Marvel should be embarrassed right now. Because this... Blade is one of the more easier characters to make a film for.
Oh yeah,
it's not as complicated as certain characters, and yet you can't even. We can't even get a script.
Can't even get the script together. Can't even hold on to a director for more than a year.
No.
I mean, like every year we got a new director. We get two new script writers every year, or script teams. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's a nightmare. It's a headache. And Delroy was I think he's like 70. And so like what, you expect him to wait another 10 years for this movie to come out and be 80 in this movie?
His only scene at that point would be a bed scene where he's in there dying in the bed. It was like, he has to be somebody's dying character or something, somebody's mentor who died. I don't know. Like that, like there's nothing they can do. This man's like, screw it, I ain't trying to die on this set. Like, screw this. I'm done. I'm gonna do something else.
Like, or retire because he is.
Or retire. Go see my grandchildren.
The man is, getting up there in age. So
waiting for this tragedy. I mean, plus you can see the writing on the wall where it's like, this ain't even worth waiting for.
Yeah, no,
it's terrible.
And you mentioned different dimensions. Well, we got some news about that too. Fantastic Four. We got some Fantastic Four news going on. Kevin Feige is saying that he has confirmed it's going to be a period piece set in the 1960s, and didn't exactly confirm, but teased that the film is going to be set in an alternate universe, not the MCU.
What? Okay, now I'm very confused. What?
Maybe that's their way of like bringing them into the present day MCU, but as of right now, what he's kind of like saying is that it is going to be a period piece of set in the 1960s,
right?
And then so teasing that it's going to be an alternate universe, which we kind like we've gotten pieces of these news through rumors. I feel like that we've talked about on the show.
No, we have. I guess what confused me was I was thinking it was making it seem like this is like similar to, how we got two Batmans in a DC cinematic universe where one's in one universe and another's in another one. I think I got confused at that part. But no, it does make sense if it is like, it would explain a whole lot of things of why they weren't there for any of the stuff that's been going on. So it's like, they was in a completely different like universe, and then now they're being added to the MCU universe, the 616 and all that stuff. So okay, all right. No, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And maybe there will be like something or whatever that brings them into the present day MCU.
Right.
Whether it is the wormhole or some weird space-time thing or whatever it is. I mean, it is still going to be Galactus that they are focused on for the movie. So that is a thing. And then the actor playing Galactus, I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but he was quoted recently of saying that his kids have been like nonstop training him on the Marvel lore for the last few months, which I thought was pretty funny. And
Nice.
so he's like, I read the script and I think my part is awesome. And I'm excited about what Galactus means to Marvel in general, as the way like his kids were super excited about him being Galactus. So I thought that was kind of cool. So
I agree. I agree
even
with that.
though we don't agree necessarily that Galactus should be here right out the gate
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
uh at least it's cool that the actor is hyped about it, and that his kids are super hyped about it and telling him all about the Marvel stuff. I think that's kind of cool.
No, that's 100% cool. And I mean, and that's the reason why we don't agree with with Galactus. Galactus? Yeah, Galactus. He should be the one. Galactus should be showing up. That's exactly why we don't agree that Galactus should be showing up so early, because of how hype it is to have that character show up. Like, it's an amazing thing. It's so cool. And this character is so powerful and so big time. And the reason why he's so beloved and all this stuff, because when Galactus shows up, it's that oh shit moment. Like,
Right.
oh, like no matter what is happening, everybody can be in the Civil War could have been going. If Galactus is showing up, everybody is stopping what they're doing and
Right.
looking up and figuring out, okay, what's the next game plan? Because now the only thing that we know is going to happen is we're all teaming up now. We're teaming
Yeah.
up and preparing on what we need to do next. Either attack this dude or at least be in, we're going to be in all together here. Like, let's hold off and wait till he finished talking. Like, business picks up.
Right.
Whole atmosphere change. So that's why it's like this character should not be showing up in the first freaking movie
Hmm.
unless it's literally just a cameo where he
Mm.
is just setting up like, yeah, I'm going to be on the way, or something bad is about to happen with me later on. Like, I'm not the actual, like, real threat in this movie.
Right.
But
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. And
we'll
especially with
see.
it being a period piece in the 60s. I mean, who knows what is going on with this movie? I mean, honestly, they
Yeah, no, it's
are
all Marvel, period.
baffling me with every turn that they make.
Yes. Yes.
All right,
Oh,
let's
God.
talk about The Boys
Mm-hmm.
new episode that dropped on last Thursday, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
jump into some DC news.
Okay.
But yeah, The Boys, it's starting to look like, I don't know, the whole time I was watching that new episode, Chris, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, my prediction may actually be coming true for this season.
Oh, you think so?
I think
It is looking like that, isn't it? Right?
I was like, dang, Homelander really is about to just take over Vought. Spoilers if you haven't watched the newest episode, of course. It has been 6 days. Uh, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so basically, Homelander, he decides to go back to where he was basically a lab rat.
Yep.
Um,
Well, you can pretty much say
and
pretty much born at.
pretty much born.
Yeah.
Goes down there and decides to humiliate and obliterate the entire team working down there, um, that created and ran tests on him, and presumably are doing the same thing to other soups, because why else would they still be working down there?
Of
Uh,
course.
but we didn't see any other new soups or anything like that. We just saw the carnage and humiliation dealt out by Homelander, which was gnarly to say
That
the
was
least.
The Boys. Yeah, that I'm watching and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, this is The Boys. Like, that's
Yeah,
what's going through my mind when I'm seeing my man have him a good time.
yeah,
But exactly what you said. We may have not seen any, and that could have been a thing of yet. They could have been moved somewhere at the time, or But I'm with you. They definitely was working on, because just logically thinking about it, it would have been one of those things where it's like, we want to try to make obviously a better Homelander, or at least one that we can control better too. Maybe that'll be more important. Even if their strength is somewhat similar, if we can get a better control over this one, we won.
mm,
So that would be the logic of all that going down. But no, it was dope, man. I enjoyed the episode.
yeah. I thought the episode was really awesome. Um, Huey getting A Train to steal Compound V to try to save his father. That was crazy.
Yeah.
What an insane move made there, and didn't really show that he injected the V right into the IV, but it gets in there.
Yeah.
So it was either him or his mom. I really don't know who did it. Someone did it.
Someone did it.
Yeah, they didn't really show who had done it, because it made it seem like Huey wasn't going to do it. Like he changed his mind at the last minute there.
Yeah.
But then it looks like he may in fact wake up. Huey's dad may wake up. So that'll be interesting. We
That
had
will be.
Starlight freak out on Firecracker, which was we knew that was going to happen. It was only a matter of time.
Yep.
She's starting to get a little more powerful. Seems like she's been honing it in a little bit. Yeah.
She is, but you know, at the end of the day, she ain't gonna get strong enough to fuck with Homelander.
Oh no,
I don't see that what happening. But no, her
level.
power scaling is starting to get better and better, which is cool. That's cool, and it makes sense too, considering what she can do. It makes sense. She is gonna get stronger and stronger.
Right. But yeah, man, that was a solid episode. I'm pretty excited to see what comes next. I would say we probably have another 4 episodes left for this season. So, new one tomorrow. We get to talk about that next week and move on from there.
That's the thing that sucks though, dude, is that like the cool thing about when they released the 3 episodes, that's like, man, that's dope. The only bad thing is it's like, oh yeah, now the season is not really that long now.
Yeah, I mean it's not that long, but and you know, I just hate waiting week to week for episodes.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. It
I'd
does
rather
suck.
than just dump the whole season. Like, just give me the whole season. Let me watch it like 3 times straight through.
3 times straight for a week.
Yeah, dude. I would too. I'd watch that. I'd watch it all in one sitting. I'd like wait a week and then like watch it maybe a little slowed out for the second time.
No. I can never say anything about anything like that because, dude, I mean, even to this day, matter of fact, what was it? 2 days ago, I literally watched the Vegeta versus Android 19 fight over again. The Goku versus Android 19 fight over again. Like, I've watched this stuff so many times.
Right.
I can probably make an argument when I say I watched this stuff thousands of times. This might not be a lie. That might not even be an exaggeration at this point. Like, I watched it so much where it's like, no, I will never say anything to anybody who's like, yeah, I watched this so many times. Yep, I know that feeling.
Yeah, definitely. So that's how I like to consume content. I miss the days where, you know, Netflix used to do that, where they would drop a whole season at once. And just kind of let you binge it like that. But I understand why.
It's about ratings now, so it's like,
now it's all about ratings and keeping your membership longer than a month.
Bingo.
So they spread it out a little bit more. You know, about the money. All right, we have some DC stuff. The paper. DC, we have Lanterns is officially now picked up. I know we've been talking about it. We've been, you know, going back and forth on it, but it is officially contract signed by HBO. It will be 8 episodes long, and I am excited for it. I can't wait. I'm hoping that this is like super solid work out of the James Gunn universe.
Yes.
And yeah, this is something that I'm really looking forward to. So I'm really hoping that it's going to be like a solid ease into the character and then have some pretty badass moments throughout the series.
Fully agreed. And I think it's funny because I feel like this is the only thing both of us is excited for when it comes to maybe DC and Marvel. Like, we're both completely excited for this. And it's like, I don't think there's anything else.
No.
But no, I fully agree, man. And I feel like 8 episodes, because I was sitting there thinking, like, what should be the amount? And to me, it was like that 8 or 10 episodes should be fine.
Yeah.
So 8 is fine with me.
Oh yeah, eight's plenty. Because you know, HBO, it's going to be hour-long episodes. So yeah, 8 hours is fantastic.
Yeah,
I would love 8 hours of live action Green Lantern stories.
yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm down with that. I'm hoping that it's on par. Like if James Gunn can make a Peacemaker show entertaining, then god damn it, he better be able to make a Lantern show entertaining.
Yeah, no, I agree. It better be. That's for sure. But here's the something else I was thinking about could be maybe work. Do you think this is too much on James Gunn? Like this is too much that he has to do all these characters. You think the pressure is going to get to him? You think it's
Well, I
too much
think the
pressure?
fact that he's able to outsource or delegate to specific things, and he's just kind of overlooking everything. I think right now all his focus should be on Superman,
I agree
which
with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
just 100% of his focus should be on Superman,
Yep.
or let's say 95% of his focus should be on Superman, and
Okay.
5% should be on you know various other projects that are coming up, and it should
Mm-hmm.
just be kind of like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or if it's an important enough issue to come to me about, but
Right.
otherwise, I'm putting the right people in those spots, people that I trust 100%.
Right.
That is like, there's no way, DC, Warner, whatever, you guys hired me to overhaul your universe. You're
Right.
gonna let me overhaul this universe.
Yeah, they're gonna let a man
I,
cook.
exactly. I'm gonna do some shit, and you're just gonna have to trust that I can deliver,
You're gonna
and
have
that
to
I'm gonna
trust that
put
after it's
people
over,
in
it's gonna be
place
chef's kiss. Yeah.
to deliver. Right? Yeah, exactly. So, I think that you know that ultimately, when once one project's done, then he can like shift that 95% focus to whatever is
Yeah.
coming out next. At
Yeah.
that point, if there needs to be some reshoots or rewrites, then he can just focus on that for that span of time before he
Right.
goes on to whatever's coming out, the next project that's coming out, and then 95% of his effort. Okay, maybe this needs a little bit of tweaking here and there and that kind of thing. They got time. They've got, they can do reshoots, rewrites here, there, whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the end of the world. But yeah, no, I think that right now he just needs to be 100% or 95% focused on Superman. And yeah, I don't think that it could, I don't, because he generally seems to love what he's doing.
True, true. But at least in the past, he only had to worry about really one particular thing. It wasn't
True.
like all of it. He wasn't like, all right, I'm focused here in the MCU. I'm focused here on the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not like he was focused in on like, Spider-Man 2, Captain
Yep.
America, Iron Man, Thor,
Right.
Hulk, Black Widow. Like he wasn't had to be focused on all that. Now he got to be now. Now is you got
Hmm.
Superman. You're gonna have Wonder Woman. You're gonna have Batman. You got the Lanterns. You have Flash. You have all of these great iconic characters
Hmm.
that you have to be focused on. It's gonna be tough. And
It'll be,
again,
oh, for
obviously,
sure.
like you said, the Superman's gonna be the big standard. Like if this movie bombs, it's gonna be it's gonna be an
It's
uphill
all
battle
over.
moving forward. If this movie does bad,
It's all over.
it's all over.
Let's just say,
it's,
let's
it's,
just
it's
say it
basically
like it
all over.
is.
Yeah,
Superman, like we've said this before, Superman since 1940 is the most recognizable
yeah.
superhero
Yep.
of all time, period. You can't convince me anything else. You show me a
Agreed.
picture of Superman, everyone, you show any kid, any child,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter, throughout the world, a
Yep.
picture of Superman, they know who Superman is.
Agreed. Fully agree.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of pressure with that one to make it spectacular. And there have been a lot of set pictures, or just like pictures in general, not necessarily set pictures, but pictures of the actors and actresses that have been popping up, leaking, and being posted and such. That's just kind of adding to that pressure because it's garnering even more excitement
Yes.
about this project.
Facts.
We're getting pictures of Clark and Lois.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Terrific is getting
Mm-hmm.
some pictures leaked. We have some set pictures of there's like rubble and stuff. So obviously they're doing like a city destruction scene. Some stuff with the Daily Planet has been posted. So we're starting to see some pictures there. But yeah, lots of like there's all if we're already getting like paparazzi type stuff, like people
Yeah.
are trying to like take drone pictures, or just pictures of them walking to and from a trailer. Like we don't get that often with DC
No,
movies.
not at all. No.
So we're getting some excitement for sure, deservedly. And yeah, it's just it just goes to prove what we're talking about, that it's just adding this pressure that James Gunn needs to deliver with Superman first, and then he can start diverting his attention elsewhere.
Because that's usually how it kicks off, like always. Even with the animated series, when they go into their new, like when they went into the new 52 animated universe as well, it kicked off with Superman. When they went back to normal, kicked off with Superman. When they went back to their latest one, kicked off with Superman. Like that's how you kick it off, and you set that tone. So you're gonna have to set that tone. But no, it's you're right though. Those set pictures look pretty cool, and the costumes, like you alluded to earlier, looking nice, right? So
yeah, the I liked how Superman's cape had the S on the cape. That's some old school throwback right there. So I
right.
really like that, because we haven't seen that in the comics in forever. Forever. It's always like a solid red cape. So to have the S on the cape, that was pretty cool. To go back to like the red underwear tights. That's kind of cool. So it looks like he's really doing like a year one Superman type thing
Right.
going on here. So maybe not bogging us down so much with the origin, but we're still getting a young Superman, it seems.
Of course, which you have to, right? You have to.
Yeah.
So it's definitely some intrigue here. It's definitely some intrigue here. So we're gonna be, we got time to see more things develop, but it's definitely intrigue. So that's something. Still, up until this point, the only thing I'm excited for, and same for you, is Lantern right now. But still,
Yeah.
some intrigue here.
I am definitely excited about Lanterns. And you know what? We're gonna watch a trailer for the Penguin. The
Right.
Penguin, I'm still kind of like, whatever. Like I really enjoyed the Batman movie.
Right.
And I know that Colin Farrell is a great actor. And that we even back then we were wondering why such an actor was being utilized as like a, not to say that the Penguin is like a minor villain, but like, it's like
Compared to
he
the Rogue
seemed,
Gallery, he is kind of one of the more minor ones. Like,
yeah. So it's like you're using a huge acting behemoth talent for the Penguin. That now I think, now that they confirmed a whole show, and we're moving forward with that, we get to watch the trailer here in a couple minutes. It makes a little more sense that we're using Colin Farrell as the Penguin. So I have a small amount of excitement for that one, but the one for sure that I'm looking most forward to has to be the Penguin, or it has to be Lanterns. Yeah,
because again, and we're about to get into the trailers, but again, I just want to say super quick: when it comes to the Lanterns, like you said, you even said it earlier, the stories you can tell, man, is so cool because you have these Lanterns in different areas of the universe and different, delicacies that happen in those universes, different cultures and all that stuff, different planets. Oh, the stories can be so cool, man. So cool. And you got so many cool lanterns, male, females, just awesome stuff you can get down on. Like, man, yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. This one, I got so much excitement for this one.
For sure. All right, let's go into some trailers. We'll kick it off with the Penguins, as that's what we were just talking about here.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then we'll talk about it here. Penguin. All right, here, let's go.
I'll be calling the shots. Look at this. What that madman did. Listen, Sal. Carmine Falcone's dead. And I'm here now. I'll be calling the shots. The Falcones are still licking their wounds. They're distracted. the business will be ripe for the taking.
My father's been dead a week. You want to take what's mine?
I'm the daughter of the Falcone Don, but he's dead. The family thinks I'm broken. I'm not broken.
You and me, kid. We gotta take whatever we decide is ours. Because no one's gonna give it to us. We're not without a fight.
Penguin, you work for the family. You will do as you're told.
I refuse to let these old men push me aside again. So I'm gonna take from them now. And I'm gonna force them to their knees.
What is it you're really after, us?
We're gonna tear down the empire from the inside out.
You know, Oz, people underestimate you, but not me. I've always known you were capable of more.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Indeed.
Hell yeah.
That was dope. That was dope. And see, and again, what's funny about it, this also brings back to what I said a little bit earlier, man. Added pressure. And this right here is pressure that you didn't even need to add. Why do we have to have two Batmans? Why can we just can't have one? All of this could be part of one Batman universe. Instead, now you have two. That's added pressure that you didn't even need to do. That's unnecessary.
Right. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't look like it looks like if Batman shows up in this project, which I'm sure they would be absolutely keeping hush hush to the point where they couldn't anymore. But if he is, he's probably going to be a very minor role.
Extremely minor. Yeah.
But this looks like
a good idea, because
awesome...
if you have Batman is too big, he's gonna completely overshadow Penguin, because Batman will always overshadow. So don't even do it.
Yep. It looks like it's going to be a very solid street level crime, crime boss battle with Maroni and the Falcones. And yeah, man, I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm not gonna lie. This one, this one is looking pretty high.
Get some DC.
Oh my god. It's like they're actually utilizing the great storytelling that's been available at their fingertips for 80 years.
Oh my God, hard to believe, man. What's going on? What is going on here? That monkey is finally hitting those darks, baby. He finally hit them. That's what I'm talking about.
He's hitting the darks. That's funny. All right, and then we have an animated trailer for Batman Cape Crusader. So let's go ahead and hit this one. All right, let's see. Cape Crusader. All right, let's do it.
Asking the question on everyone's mind these days, what do you think about the Batman?
I'm frightened. This whole city's gone to hell in a handbasket.
Well, he's breaking the law, ain't he? So they ought to catch that freak and lock him up.
I won't say it's gonna be easy, but catching criminals is what we do. So this one dresses up like Dracula, so what? We're gonna take him down. What do we know about this Batman?
He's been beating the tar out of muggers and dope peddlers out there the last few weeks.
He's mostly been seen at night driving that hot rod of his 100 miles an hour.
And now he's even attacking our brave police.
Nice car.
This man is not a hero, he's a criminal. And his time in Gotham is up.
Mischief afoot, sir?
3 explosions in 2 weeks. Peculiar. There's something more going on here.
He knows too much. He's an itch that needs to get scratched.
The Kings don't run this court anymore. The Jester does.
Bang!
Look out! We could be looking at
an all-out gang war on the streets of Gotham.
This is a losing battle. 100 other monsters will show up to replace anyone you take down.
Probably. But now they'll all know I'm coming for them.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Definitely a lot of old school Batman vibes from the animated series and a lot of that, you know?
Yeah, well, it said from the producer of Batman animated series, and also Matt Reeves was one of the producers too, who is doing the new Batman right now. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah, okay, all right.
Look at DC is cooking right now, man. What's
Damn,
going on?
DC. Damn.
Yo, let's go. All right, yeah,
Looking
that was
sexy
good.
right
I
now.
like that too. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's a good time for DC. It looks like
It is.
coming in strong with some trailers. Yeah, I'm very excited for that Batman
Yeah,
Cape
me too,
Crusader.
man.
Yeah, why not? You know, it'll be just a little cartoon to watch, but still, you know, if it brings half of what the animated series brought, then that's okay with me, because I
Yeah,
mean,
it'll definitely be a treat.
I love Batman animated series,
Oh,
and you know,
same here, man.
I
Same
wasn't
here.
expecting much from the new X-Men animated shit,
And
and
look at that, right?
look what that
Same.
did. So,
Me
golly, if we can get that on the other side too, I'll feel like I'm 11 years old or with a bowl of cereal on Saturday morning again.
Exactly. Until I get called by my boss and she's like, "Yeah, it's time for so and so and so and so," and it's like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a fucking adult."
It's like, bitch, don't call me when Batman Cape Crusader's on.
Batman when I'm watching Batman.
Yeah, I don't think you understand.
No, but the one thing I gotta say super quick, it's so funny when you see like in the grand scheme of things, this dude driving like Batman's just driving his car around Gotham. And there's so many times I even love in the animated series, or especially in Justice League, where this dude would just be at a stoplight, just chilling in his car. And it's like, yeah, Batman is just randomly one of the biggest heroes in the world. We just seeing this dude just driving his car. No one has just completely done anything about this. The police, the villains haven't just. Batman drives this street every day. Let's just blow. Nope. Yeah, Batman, cool. Drive your car, man. Have a good time. Listen to that radio. Bat radio.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to end it there. We appreciate y'all hanging with us. Hit that like button for us. We appreciate it. Smash it. You know, mash it.
Smash. Let you know you love it. Yeah, give it a little bit. Let you know you love it.
We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Again, thank you as always. Stay villainous and
fuck the Fantastic